It's time.
It is time. I'm stoked.
I figure first I just want to give maybe a little catch up to everyone who's not sure what the hell's going on, but
Yeah, good call.
just the quick summary of things is that I'm going to be playing some Spy, and you're going to be watching with your clipboard out and taking notes to tell me what I'm doing wrong. And then I'll try to, improve my Spy gameplay. And then you are going to play some Scout, and I'll kind of, return the favor, give some advice. But you and I are both pretty chill about things, so it's not going to be like super intense or anything. We'll just have a good time.
Yeah, just hang out and
Cool.
share some tips. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
big
you're good.
earlier. Okay. All right.
Okay, yeah. All right. So you're already having some disgust.
It's not an issue. Just it's interesting. I want to see what you do with this.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you want me to like shut up while you're playing, and then like when you're dead, I'll talk so I don't like distract you, or
No.
should we just have a running commentary here?
Yeah, we can keep it running. Let me justify myself for a second.
Yeah.
So
please.
this is my go-to spy loadout here. I got Big Earner, L'Étranger. How do you say this, by the way? What's your pronunciation?
I say L'Étranger because I'm,
L'Étranger?
American,
So I have permission to just call it L'Étranger?
I just butcher it. I don't even try. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do that from now on. I always feel a little bit of pressure to like respect
say
the
it right.
culture, but
I just can't do it. So I don't end up letting myself.
okay. Yeah, so I like this pistol in particular just because
Yeah.
I feel like it gives me the mobility. I hate the one second. I gotta mute some people in here. Why don't I just go ahead and hide everything? I like the mobility, right? I like the ability to run around, scavenge for ammo, and just keep it moving. I always feel so slow and like restricted if I use Cloak and Dagger, so that's kind of where I'm coming from with that. And then Big Earner, I don't know, chain stab potential maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'm misguided on that, but yeah.
Well, I definitely when I'm running the IW or the Cloak and Dagger, I'm pretty much always running L'Étranger for the reasons you listed. Like it's it just gives you more control over the situation. Having the extra cloak just lets you choose the situation to engage in, and like it lets you line up bigger chains and make bigger plays. So like good choice on that.
Okay, I'm just gonna requeue real quick because I feel like I want a fresh server.
Yeah, do it.
Cool. Let's go.
And the Big Earner, I used to run that all the time back in like comp when I like bust out Spy and sixes and just go off with that, or in Highlander, it's great for like making big plays, getting an extra pick, or getting a getaway after your picks.
Yeah, exactly.
In pubs, you get one shot by a whole lot of things, and it gets pretty frustrating. So
yeah,
I pretty much never run it in pubs.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but that's just me. I'm sure other people do to great success. I just find getting one shot by like so many things to just be a little too frustrating. And oftentimes the bonus of the speed boost, it just doesn't really, it just goes into thin air. It's like it's as if almost.
Yeah.
It's as if it doesn't always pay off. Whereas with the kunai, like it always pays off. Like getting that overheal is always nice.
So kunai is your go-to?
It's probably my most used, but I like to use the Eternal Reward a good bit these days too. And that's just with the IW. Like with the Dead Ringer, I like to use stock quite a bit as well. So
interesting. Okay. Yeah. Let me just kind of get in my comfort zone here a little and try to just play a little bit of just regular ass spy that I would do.
Show me what you can.
Yeah. And then maybe if anything stands out, you can mention it. Yeah. Because I feel like I have such a like warped perspective on this class, and so I'm really curious like how you're gonna see things. Like the biggest thing that I think that I struggle with, and you tell me if I am kind of overthinking this, is that sometimes I feel like I go for too much, like just constantly trying to like go for stab. I mean, you're stabby, but I wonder if you're more like a stab wait kind of guy, or if you are always going for the stab. Because I feel like they just get too it's too predictable. Maybe the pace is too fast, and they're just like always looking for you. You know what I mean?
Well, they should be. I think. Like I think one big way that Spy has a major impact in pubs is just like
paranoia
getting people's heads. Yeah, and they waste a lot of energy on you that could be spent like capping the point or the.
So you try to pay attention to that and you're satisfied with just wasting the other team's time and like
Absolutely.
really?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
feel
that's
good
where
about that, yeah.
I think that's where I like struggle because look at this guy. Look at
Yeah,
this.
that's great. You should.
Really?
That's
I
what
should be
that means
happy?
you're doing your job.
Really?
Yes. Yes. You should be
I'm
thrilled
pissed
about
at that guy. I'm like, fuck that
Well,
guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Feed on that anger.
Okay.
Let that propel you.
I've
But,
always thought that spies are fueled by anger and hatred, but you're a nice, you know, gentle soul. I feel like so you've always
thank
kind of violated that rule in my mind. So it's always kind of perplexed me.
I mean, there are situations in which I get tested.
Yeah.
Like it's a frustrating class, and like part of like excelling is like keeping your cool and like staying in control of the situation, like you know. But like I honestly like when I see people like that pyro, that's like a mark of like that I'm doing my job, and like I want to see the whole server go pyro
Really?
and flaming everywhere and like
That's interesting.
neglecting the objective because that's a win for my team. You know?
Interesting.
That's just how I approach the game.
Interesting. Yeah, because like if they all do that, but I still keep going for kills, I'm gonna start failing, right?
Well, yeah, you do want to like once you've got it that way, you do want to start really kind of like emphasizing getting a kill streak and staying alive, because once you die, they kind of like, okay, now we can like, okay guys, now let's go cap the point, you know. Like so you if you get a kill streak going and like you keep them perpetually looking for you and like spamming thin air, that's it usually ends up in a win, you know.
Yeah.
It's sometimes you don't score as many points and it can be a little frustrating and get a little like, oh, I want to stab something, but like if you're just playing the objective, then like it's pretty ideal for the old team.
Uber
to be
drop.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. So that is interesting because
the big earner paid off there. You got a getaway out of that too.
yeah, I think that's something that I don't go for enough as well. I actually, you probably didn't see it, but I had I actually did play spy in one of my recent 6v6 matches with this exact loadout, and I did backstab a med for like an Uber drop, but then I like went for the soldier kill as well, and they just instantly insta-give me, and I do feel like sometimes I don't value the escape enough, like you know, because if I stab that guy and live, then you know they are going to be paranoid for a while, and they don't know if I'm running to a spawn door to swap, they don't know if I'm behind them still, you know, things like that. So yeah, I think that's one of my bad habits, is like trying to go for the glory after I've already gotten like the guaranteed value, you know.
Yeah, that's always just a judgment call, and like I think with experience you just get a more natural sense of like finding the balance there, you know. So like I'd say keep busting out spy, man. Like I don't know, I have such limited sixes experience, but like I was always trying to like I was so convinced back in the day that it was I was over convinced that it was like not a viable option to run full time, just like as a replacement for Scout. But like one season in CEVO, like with Mela, we played like an alternate class composition where I ran Spy the full time, and that was really interesting. Yeah, we ran a heavy, a pyro, and like demo Spy.
Do you think that spy like requires your whole team kind of like shifting to accommodate it?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Kinda. Well, I mean, because they're gonna get, you know, you're not soaking up damage and attention a lot of the time, you know. So my teammates would kind of complain if I getting banged up on, you know, like while I wasn't there providing like just meat to absorb damage and attention, you know.
Yeah, that
So
makes sense.
they'd have to play a little more passive when I go spy. We try to adjust our play style but I just let the main caller call when I went spy. I didn't call when to do it. So
Okay, I see. Going back to kind of what you were talking about earlier, you know, how you would be happy with them all being paranoid or like, you know, swapping to pyro. I can kind of see where you're coming from on that. Something that I've always loved about playing like Demo Man, for example, is like feeling like I'm controlling the server. And I guess I've always felt powerless on Spy, but the way you frame that makes it sort of a form of control, you know, that maybe I could sort of, you know, be happy with.
And you can mess with them, you know, like, and one great thing is a flaming pyro is a great mask for your decloak sound. That's
really?
like, yeah, I try to decloak as aggressively as possible, and like,
okay, I respect that a lot, and I get flamed by like stream viewers saying like,
No.
you think they're not gonna hear you? I'm like, bro, there should be noise going on. You know, they should have music on. The people calming. It's like,
Absolutely, absolutely. They're just those people are missing out on opportunities. If you're not decloaking aggressively, I think that you're missing out on on really golden opportunity. Like it's just
okay,
action that
is this is
you're-
aggressive enough?
Yes.
You like
Yes,
that
and
kind of
there's
stuff?
too much noise. That felt like a super safety clip to me.
That's what
Like,
I'm
even though-
saying. Yeah. If that guy
Yeah.
would have heard me, I would have been like shocked. But
Oh, I would. Yeah.
but
yeah.
people are always telling me that I'm like getting heard by people, and I'm like, I don't believe it.
No.
No?
I mean, some
Okay.
people have modified decloak sounds and stuff. But
That's
like most
true.
of the time, if there's a lot of noise,
Mhm.
I don't think. I think that sometimes the decloak sound won't even play. You know, like
Yeah,
I think there's
honestly.
a maximum number of sounds that the game will render at
Really?
a given time.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
I've never tested this, but it's my working understanding.
Interesting. I mean, it'd
Yeah,
be hard
I'd love
enough
I'd
to.
love for Shonic to make a video testing that out or something. But
That would be fascinating, actually. Okay, hold on. I want to ask you about maps. So right now, I'm just
Yeah.
queuing all my maps. Oh fuck. Are there any maps in particular that you love on Spy? Like, what are your top 3 Spy maps, or is it kind of anything?
yeah, it's not anything. There's some that I just find too frustrating. Just in terms of like them feeling cramped. I'm kind of picky. I just like maps that I feel like work well and like.
Do you? Let me ask you. Like, do you ever play Dust Bowl 2 for it, or are those just like a no go?
Yes.
You do.
Yeah, not too for it, but
Okay.
Dust Bowl, hell yeah, yeah.
Really? So Spy on Dust Bowl is viable? You think?
Yes, absolutely.
I
yeah.
would feel like it's just like you're gonna bump into someone. Like it's impossible. The
It
corridor's so
happens.
narrow.
It happens, and you have to kind of just accept that that's going to happen. But like the thing about Dust Bowl is, all it takes is one good chain, and the round's over.
Like
You're gonna
against
fail,
the
fail,
defense.
fail,
Yeah.
fail, 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 and then like just clear the team. Well, I always run Eternal Reward when I'm on offense, and it's like you get these massive chains because everyone's so clustered together. So on the one hand, like you are gonna like catch a lot of spam and like bump a lot of people and like have a lot of bad luck. That's just
Yeah.
you gotta just suck it up. But like you just get that one life where you get all the way behind them and then you just chain the whole team and your team just walks to the point and caps it.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just over. And so you just got to be living for that.
Yeah.
big
So that's
play.
your mindset. Is it just takes one good play and to justify your existence? I guess.
Yeah, but no, don't get me wrong. Like I have a fine KD on Dust Bowl, but like
Yeah.
there's plenty of like frustrating lives where I catch some spam and but you have to know the special routes and like and you have to have a good sense of like enemy flow and it's just a skill you learn over time navigating the spam.
Yeah. Makes
But,
sense.
Eternal Reward is key for Dust Bowl in my opinion. On
Interesting.
offense at least.
Yeah. I'm gonna maybe run. One more.
Oh,
round here or
whatever you
whatever?
feel like.
Yeah. I'm gonna run one more round here with like my kind of default loadout that I usually use. This one. But then after that, I want to ask you more about kind of different loadouts and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Cool.
I know. I'm really actually enjoying watching this big earner play because I use it so seldom.
Okay.
It's actually it seems to be working for you. So
Interesting. Okay. Well, so far, did anything stand out? What do you think?
I was caught up in the conversation. to be
Okay, yeah, no
honest.
worries, no worries.
But like I like the aggressive decloaks a lot. I like your
Okay.
gun. I mean, it's just so beautiful to watch you use your gun. It's because I just like, oh my god, I wish I had that aim. Like it's just a nice thing to watch. And yeah, it's good that you're being proactive about using your gun. That's something a lot of spies really neglect.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
And like you having your aim, you should be using your gun a lot. Like, in fact, I'm a little surprised you're not running Dead Ringer and just kind of gun spying.
Yeah.
Not that you should. Like, you should play however you feel.
I'll
like,
be
but,
honest,
like,
Dead Ringer-
you would rock that.
Dead Ringer is like, it just doesn't make sense to me yet. So maybe I can ask you a bit about that item later. But it's
Sure.
just like, I don't really get how to make it worth using. So yeah, maybe.
Use your gun a lot, and it's like this is actually
Oh
a
my
pretty good
God.
map for it too, to gun spy.
Okay. Sometimes fights are just like that. And
Away
just,
it goes.
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess something that, yeah, I definitely can pick up on just like from you is that you try to be zen, you try to be patient, and I think that Spy just like, it frustrates me too much, but I let it sometimes get to me, and I'm like, why am I even playing this class when I could just play Demo Man and get guaranteed value, you know?
You gotta love the class, and to be
Yeah.
honest, like it's a harsh mistress, but
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it is refreshing. Like sometimes when I don't play spy, when I bust out like fog pyro with scorched shot and power check,
Mhm.
I'm just kind of like, wow. Like I have like,
Bruh, I'm in a corner.
oh no.
Dude, I wanted to ask you about this like sentry nest situation that's happening because it's like there's like 3 different sentries, so I'm trying to figure
That's
out.
the eternal reward situation when there's multiple sentries covering each other. That's a great time for the eternal
Okay,
reward.
so it's kind of
Not
like
pushing you away from the
mandatory
spy.
basically if you want to like
Ye-
exist in that vicinity of those sentries.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an ideal option. I
Okay.
wouldn't say it's mandatory. You can use any loadout with spy,
Yeah.
but like, eternal reward would be pretty.
Bruh.
What was that?
That's what I'm saying. Okay. These sorts of things, I just feel like there's so many things out of my control. So it's like this guy's just
Well, you-
perma spy checking now.
So work around it. You got to find the pocket where like you can control something. So,
Yeah.
like, just fuck that guy. Go away from him.
Yeah,
Like,
this guy.
There's teleporters at their spawn. There's this guy. Yeah. There's other shit to do.
But then he'll just 2-rocket me, but okay. Whatever, okay.
Well, get out of there.
Yeah, get the fuck. Where's it going? Dude, sometimes I could. If you gave me $1 million, I could not tell you what these people are gonna do, and then they
No,
just
no.
do stuff that I would never think would be logical.
Yeah, that's the enemy of spy for sure. Is like the newer players can be the hardest to stab.
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually there's a trope that like only like noobs get trick stabbed. But
Like,
like I honestly find like
like
the
why?
most experienced players to be the ones that like are the ones that can get in their heads and like
Really?
manipulate. Yeah. Whereas the new players, it's like I don't know what that guy's gonna do.
Yeah, but
I just shoot them. You know?
Yeah.
I don't,
Okay,
I
how
don't
do you
try to get him?
what do you feel about spawn camp? Like, what is this guy doing?
I don't know, man.
That's what I'm talking about. Is
What
like,
are these guys doing? Go get some metal, yeah. But that's good though. That's good. Like they're not fighting your teammates right now. They're just wasting their time shooting thin air.
it doesn't
you're not
feel like
getting points
winning.
for it.
It does not feel like winning to me.
I know, but it's counterintuitive. But like these guys are wasting their time, and it's because of you. You know,
Okay.
they could all be doing really
That- See,
important, useful things for their team.
If that
and
was
they're
a
not right now.
stat, I would be all over it. But it's
Right.
intangible. You can't track it.
It's uncredited. Spies get 2 points per backstab and 0 points for making the entire enemy team abandon the objective.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's
Yeah.
the trade-off in the score calculation, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hmm. Interesting. Because there have been times where I'm like, that's unfair that a spy gets 2 points for a backstab, but I guess, yeah, you get 0 points for some of the other shit you do.
Right.
That makes sense. Oh, hold on a sec. I gotta fix something on my stream, bro. My
Sure, no problem.
my camera is falling over. I gotta tighten this thing. So in the zone. I didn't even notice that it fell down. I cloaked IRL. My bad. My bad. Ugh. What an unfortunate time for
Mission ends in 60
issues like this. Sorry, guys. Okay.
You survived.
For now. Oh, but that guy's looking for me. I guess spawn outlines are something you consider a lot, I imagine.
Yes, and a good option is like to use a friendly disguise when you're near this enemy spawn, because
Right.
not only does that not give you spawn outlines, it also prevents you from using voice lines like "carts moving back" or what.
Oh,
Nice,
really?
Nice. Yeah, it prevents you from like blurting out. You can drop your disguise to remove the visibility of milk. By the way.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry. Wait. Tell me that one again. Tell me that one again.
No, yeah, this is key. If your disguise status changes, milk, fire, bleed, not Girardi, but almost every single visible effect that like gives you away while you're cloaked it goes away. And they can't see
What?
you. Yes, I know.
That's
so like
crazy.
dropping your disguise, if you get hit by like a flare while you're cloaked, just drop your disguise and while you're cloaked.
That's
and
how that
it
works?
It won't see you. Yep. Yep. Same
Okay.
with milk, gas passer. Doesn't work with Girardi, sadly.
Okay.
But like almost
I feel like this
every
is a
effect.
secret tip. I feel like you just
Yeah,
you just spilled
you
the
go
$1
steal into
million.
Valve. That's it. It's just it would be cheating if I didn't share it. You know.
Because I feel like I people have done that to me and I'm like, I'm baffled. I'm like, how the fuck is this guy no longer like marked?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So You said you have to drop your disguise or just switch disguise?
Well, dropping your disguise will do it instantly. Changing your disguise will do it in half a second. So you have to kind of decide whether or not you want to change your disguise or drop it. It depends on the situation. Because when you're getting flamed by a flamethrower, you might want to just switch disguises so you can toggle and just have it, remove the flame effect every half a second. Just switch disguises, switch disguises, switch disguises.
Okay.
But dropping it will do it instantly. So it's like half a second versus instant.
Yeah.
But like re-disguising, if you drop your disguise, then it'll take 2 more seconds to reapply a disguise. So it's
Okay.
kind of a judgment call, you know what I mean?
Okay. So drop disguise, that's a bind that you have, I imagine?
Oh yeah, it's friendly to spy disguise. It's disguise 8 -2 is the bind.
Okay. And that's something you're pressing a lot? Like, it's super easy for you to reach that and spam it if needed?
I have it on mouse 3, yeah.
Wow. Mouse 3, that's a... Yeah, that's a convenient button.
Yeah, it's because I want to do it fast for surfing damage. You can't surf damage when you're disguised.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So if
Okay.
I want to do a surf stab, I want to like be able to drop my disguise in a heartbeat, so I can like get it before the rocket hits me.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
let me
I
get a
use it
pyro.
lot.
And he backs up for some reason.
Ooh.
Why is a pyro backing up when he's freaking charging at a person? I don't know. And
Because he's
I'm
a
dead.
pyro. That was good. That was a good attempt. Though.
I can't be satisfied, but I'll keep trying. Okay, so that's interesting. How elaborate are your binds? Like, do you have a button that takes you
A million
immediately
binds.
to every disguise? Like, do you have a
Yeah, I
numpad
do.
type thing, or?
No, I've all my disguises bound to keys. But so here's my disguise philosophy. This is a good thing to get into.
Sure.
I basically always disguise as scout,
Uh-huh.
and then when I have a reason to fool somebody, which is rare, I'll switch to something like medic or spy. But I'm never slowing myself down for disguises because people start
really?
checking everything once you start just stabbing a lot of people or once you're Banny. They're gonna start checking you no matter what your disguise is. So it's almost never worth like slowing yourself down unless you
Interesting.
really have a good reason. But if
Okay.
you do want to slow yourself down, the most convincing one's probably soldier, which is kind of slow.
Oh, okay.
But the idea is you train your enemy to think that you only disguise as scout, and then when you actually have a reason to fool somebody, you switch it up, and they buy it because they think you only disguise as scout.
Uh-huh. Okay.
If-
How about
if you-
moments like this where it feels like there's just nobody, like, out here? So I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. Is that normal?
Look. Well, you gotta follow the noise.
I guess so.
But yeah, you don't want to be wasting
Do
time.
you find yourself hunting for, like, where the action is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Instead of just, like, patrolling a certain area in particular?
Well, it depends. If I'm defending, I'll use cloak and dagger and like defend a juicy spot or an important spot. But a lot of the time, with spy, like you just kind of gotta find what you can do. Like you don't have a ton of options for that guy. With Ozzy. Yeah. See, that would be a nice time to have the cloak and dagger.
I suppose so, yeah. If you're near their spawn, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because if I'm there with no resources and they just happen to check me, I'm like, I'm fucked, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see. Okay. It's interesting. You're fine with like spamming certain disguise. I guess I always thought about mixing it up, but maybe it's not as necessary as I would think.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're using every disguise all the time, they're gonna start checking every disguise all the time. If you're using one disguise over and over and over again, they get a false sense of security and start only checking that disguise. And most of the time, like, I'm doing aggressive
This
decoys.
guy!
Whoa, dude, what?
I was disguised as a friendly too, so it's like,
Yeah,
I don't get
know. I don't know. You must have just, I don't know. I guess we were in that spot earlier. so-
Yeah, just constantly checking it.
Yeah.
So now it's getting pretty rough, and it's like I feel like this is where I'd be tempted to switch classes, So
This is where I would switch
I have
loadouts if I were
okay,
you.
okay. So that's kind of
I-
your
I might-
equivalent to adapt.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm just very stubborn. I just stick with spy no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I get in a rut like this, I just think, maybe I could run a different knife. Maybe I could run a different. Well, mostly I think watch, and then I pick my watch first, and then I select the right knife and gun for the watch. And so on altitude, I'm usually running like Dead Ringer and like gun spying on defense. And occasionally I'll run cloak and dagger and like and do something more like you're doing right now. Nice shot.
Thank you. Oh, Like this guy.
And I like
oh
how
my
you're
God.
scanning people's health too. That's really important to do too.
Yeah, I completely
focus.
missed everything on that guy. But yeah, if I can quickly just shoot someone and get the kill, I feel like it's safer than risking dying for it. Like this guy.
It is totally.
Yeah.
And if you're not running the kunai, you don't really need to like prioritize stabbing. You know.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Oh! I wanted that, but they're all checking for me, so just disengage, I guess. Bruh. Now I'm out of cloak though, so it's tough. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, I'm just gonna reset, get back to my base. I'm gonna yoink this from the NG, even though
He's got all upgraded.
I'm gonna die to spam. Oh my god. Okay, I want to get out of here though, because they're spamming such. Okay, let me give you some like my commentary, so you can tell me if I'm thinking about things right or wrong. Okay,
Absolutely,
basically
yeah.
right now, overtime, they're going to be rushing to the point, so I might have an easier time getting a... Nope, this guy's turning around when it's overtime! Explain! Okay, he's dead.
You're a spy. Nice.
Okay, so he's dead.
Oh.
Okay, whatever.
Oh, your aim is so clutch. Yeah. No, like they should have been focusing the point, and he didn't because of you. So like they were down a soldier for the final push. Like that's the
I
win.
guess that's value. I guess that's... These are new spy, like, formulas. I have to recalculate everything for the spy's perspective. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe could you recommend me a map that I should go to? I don't know. Something that's solid
Yeah.
for spy.
I love Odyssey. It's a newer one, and
mhm.
it's pretty fucking bomb for spy.
We'll see if I can get it.
Consistently fun and lucrative.
Okay, sure. Because there's just a lot of like high ground and like back areas.
A lot of inclines, a lot of little nooks to decloak in, a lot of just a lot of space. It's not too spammy. A lot of flank routes.
Yeah, you're not the first person I've heard to advocate for this map for spy.
It's great. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've had like
Yeah.
pretty remarkable successes on this map.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you another spy question. Godlike on spy, realistic or impossible?
No. It's totally doable. It's harder than on most classes, but you know, I get them not every day, but like
Really? You go godlike on spy often? Like,
often. Yeah, sure.
wow. See, I would think for you, even like, I guess you maybe are good at kind of like flying under the radar, but because you know,
I alias
Mhm,
and
that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I would just think that like people would be looking for you nonstop, especially once
do-
you
they-
start
they-
going godlike.
Well, Eternal Reward's good for that. On this map, I really love. This is gonna sound crazy. I did a video recently where I got a 30 streak on this map with the
Really? Okay, let me try it.
the Eternal Reward, the
Uh-huh.
Diamondback, and the Dead Ringer.
Okay. You got a
And-
30 streak, and I'll be happy if I can get like a 3. So
Oh, no,
what was
you
it
gotta
again?
treat-
YER, okay. Dead Ringer? Oh, man.
And just don't disguise. Don't disguise. Like just disguise and spawn. But
Disguise and spawn.
Don't you have to use up a feign to disguise. So don't disguise once you're out of spawn. If you lose
Okay.
your disguise, you're just gonna be flying without it for a little bit until you can get a stab. That's
Okay.
That's the key with this loadout. Don't go disguise using your
Oh
feign
my
after
God.
disguise. It's
Okay.
not worth it.
I just changed a lot of variables, so I'm gonna have to get my bearings here again. But
It'll take it's a different play style for sure. But don't
I just want these guys to trigger my Dead Ringer, right? Okay, or they'll just let me
just
walk right in.
That's right.
Okay. Let me. I'm sorry. I saw 8 people staring at me, and I panicked. But
You
I'm
might
gonna stab.
want to do a little backpedaling when you're crossing.
Yeah,
the
I
line.
get you.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
this
cool,
guy's already
cool.
staring at me.
Yeah, you wanna try to start at the back with your stabs if you can with this loadout. But
Yeah,
once
that
you
makes
get into
sense.
this,
That makes
just
sense.
kind of go for it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And when you're crossing the line, like just hop and backpedal,
Yeah.
And just trying to keep an eye on them with out of the side of your eye, you know, but don't look straight at anybody. and
You ever
just try to
wish
backpedal
that
in there.
Spy had like mirrors that he could like see
Yes.
just
That
left
would
and
be
right,
sweet.
like a car just has like a 2 little mirrors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
just
that
feel
would
like
be great.
I feel like you reveal yourself so much when you look at people.
Yeah, that's the #1 acting tip is don't make eye contact.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. That's why I prefer a wider resolution than what you're using because you can actually see more out of your side vision.
Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, that makes sense.
Yeah. Not as important for the classes you play, but like with Spy, it's nice to have a wider resolution.
I don't actually know this map super well, but
You're doing fine.
Oh, what? What? Okay. Oh, I disguised. I fucked up.
Yeah, it happens. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Yeah.
You just gotta
Bro,
be a little less aggressive till you get a feint again,
I'm
or you
paranoid.
just use your gun.
Yeah. Oh my
And
god. Mhm.
you can also, if you've got some time to kill, you can work your way back to the spawn, get the teleporters, and that'll give you some diamondback crits.
Makes sense, yeah. This guy just doesn't even react to me blasting him. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's see. That makes sense. That makes sense. Get to their spawn. They have like 5 snipers, so I should be feasting.
Oh, well, they have razorbacks, do they?
A couple of them do, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's always a pain in the ass.
Okay, I don't even actually know where the spawn is. So I messed this one up.
Never mind that. It's a little ways away, this one.
Alright, well, I'll
You can just
hopefully
feint
find my
out.
way there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go left here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Honestly, I still haven't even like adapted the fact that metal or ammo doesn't recharge your dead ringer.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah. I imagine there's been a few like rebalances that have crushed your soul on Spy.
Jungle Inferno was depressing, because like everybody else got like all these fun things to play with and like new stuff, and like I was just like, oh, we're just gonna take these 2 items from you and like radically change this other one. The eternal reward change was, I guess, at the end of the day, welcome, and I got where they were coming from with the Ambi and Deadringer nerfs, but like it was still kind of disappointing. Look at
Oh
this
my
touch
god,
of
this
lightning.
guy needs to die. No,
Oh no!
I
Oh
missed.
no!
Yeah, I rushed it. I should have just taken my time.
You don't
Yeah.
have to use this one. This is a difficult.
Well, I
layout,
wanna
to be honest.
at least get one success, but yeah, this does feel advanced.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's kind of like you're using your gun before you get your stabs. What I do is I get in there and I stab a lot, and then I have like 19 crits.
19 crits.
Yes.
Oh my
Like,
god.
and it's just kind of then it's a lot of fun. But you got to kind of get your stabs before you start shooting, and you're kind of shooting
Okay.
before you get your stabs.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let me try and get that first stab and just see what I can work with.
Just try to roll with it. Yeah, get to the back of the line, get a nice chain, and then you'll have a bunch of crits to work with.
Okay. Let's see if I can work my way over there.
Yeah.
Oh, give me your... okay. We have quite a few spies, so
That's not helpful. Yeah.
yeah.
I honestly requeue once we get like 3.
Really?
I just
Riku?
find it- yeah, I just find it really obnoxious to play with more than 3 spies or 3 or more spies.
Yeah.
Like there's so many instances where you just bump heads, or like you're going for the same stab and like you both like stab each other, and then like you both die and no one gets the stab, or they'll bump somebody and then they'll start checking the area and they find you. Like there's just a million like really irritating things. Yes, nice. Keep it going. Now you got the crits. Now you got the crits. Don't use it on the building.
I mean, I had to get the fuck out of there. That's how I felt.
That was good though. You got 2 stabs.
Yeah, and I got out, so
You got out. It worked.
okay. Oh,
Almost.
oh my.
Oh, you almost got the trick
God.
stab there though.
Almost.
was a
Okay,
good
let me
try.
ask you about that. Okay, trick stab.
Mm-hmm.
Your bio says you originated the trick stab, so tell me
Well,
about the history.
With an asterisk. I didn't invent stair stabs or jump stabs, but corner stabs, that was something I came up with, and that kind of went to matador stabs. Matador stabs are basically like corner stabs without a corner. And after I got corner stabs and matadors figured out, like everything else is just kind of an extension of those 2 stabs.
Oh.
That's really close to being said.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, long time ago, but
Okay. And like the terminology of trick stab, is that something that you like popularized?
no, I'm not into that. Like I
Okay.
named corner stabs and matadors and strafe and snaps, and after that, I just got crazy. Like every little variation of a stab has a name now, and I just think that's kind of like not
Okay,
valuable.
gotcha. Okay, I hear you.
But I haven't named all the stabs now.
Okay,
Matadors and corners are the ones I named, and strafe and snap.
nice. Okay. Strafe
the
and
rest-
snap?
That's what I called it. It's where you run right up to him, you release W, you switch to a strafe key, and you snap your view to the target. It's how you just get the really quick stabs from the front.
Gotcha.
When they're just running headlong at you.
Okay.
Right, so, oh, okay. So what you can do here is this is a really good spawn to camp actually. So I usually wait. I don't sap right away. I get a couple stabs camping the entrance, and then I sap, and then I go for a telefrag. There's so many cool things you can do with the teleporter that you don't necessarily want to sap it right away, even though it's a useful thing to do.
They're all watching for me.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. I feel like I'm wasting so many opportunities. I'll be maybe yeah. Later I'll have you show me.
You're doing fine.
Eh,
Like
I can see the potential, and I just like it's how I feel when I play like a fighting game or something. It's like I kind of have a vision of it, or it's like a distant dream, but I can't execute. You know, I can't turn it into reality.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I guess I can keep this loadout though going for offense.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. I need to disguise more at spawn. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, that's important.
Okay. Gotcha.
The only thing, like, yeah, well, sometimes I'll start. Well, yeah, go for it. This is good.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just what sucks about this loadout on offense is like spawn wall hacks. They're such a pain in the ass when you're running the eternal reward because like you can't drop your disguise for free, you know. Like,
oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So like when you're near the enemy spawn, it's kind of harder to spawn camp. But or it's costlier. You have to drop your disguise and just hope you get the stab to get its disguise back. But
yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So out of spawn, you just DR out.
Just backpedal, see how far you can get. Sometimes you get something for free.
Yeah.
And just try to get all the way to the back of the line before you start.
This is a
starting
spy.
with the beehive. Try. Yes, nice.
Oh, I'm being crits. Thank you.
The whole crits
thank you, bro.
medic, yeah.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Get him!
Oh.
Yes, with his own crits.
It wasn't a backstab, but yes, not bad.
It was a crit knife, even better.
Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, so there's your spawn.
And now you got your crits with your gun back. Yes, this is what I'm talking about.
Okay. And then someone chases me and
Nice try.
Oh! Demo night dangerous.
Oh, you almost got your fame too.
Yeah. I think one thing I've seen, tell me if I'm thinking about this right, is that a lot of people with Dead Ringer, they just drop it like kind of immediately just so it's recharging sooner.
Yes, yeah, you wanna decloak from your DR Fane as fast as you can.
Okay, gotcha.
And if you really want to like
in
certain opportunities, or there's certain times when like you even want to like decloak instantly and use the speed boost to get a speed stab. Not always. That's kind of a risky thing to do, but there's times when it makes sense. What?
I don't know. Random crit on my spawn.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing sapping that. I would have camped that.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of spies waste teleporter opportunities. Like you can camp the entrance, you can camp the exit, you can get telefrags, you can do telestabs. There's so many wonderful things you can do with the teleporter other than sap it. Like I sap it after I'm done like
milking it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I might re-queue here again though.
Yeah, sure.
But
spies.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up my map pool, but
yeah,
I definitely want to try this map more on Spy in the future. Yeah. Okay. Got a new map going. Okay. How about I ask you just like, what the hell, medieval?
Oh, okay. Get some trick stab practice in, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I guess what's a loadout for medieval? What do you think?
I'd go Kunai, DR, Latranger.
Okay. I will blindly trust.
Or big earner. It would be is fun. Speed stabs are really fun. Any knife works really. I wouldn't use Eternal Reward though.
Okay. Try this. Okay. So what I wanted to ask you is just sort of like, I'm sure you get asked a lot of these questions a lot, like, but kind of like your go-to, yeah, close-ish. Kind of like top 3 spy tips, you know, just like.
Yeah, yeah.
What's going to
Oh,
give you
yeah,
the most
yeah,
bang
that's
for your
the one.
buck? Yeah.
Well, we already covered the undisguised bind.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just such an easy one. That's just instantly going to make someone better. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's my first one. This sounds corny, but like I always say, like it's important to enjoy yourself, or you're never gonna like improve. And like if it's just like pain and like expectations, like it takes practice and time to get
Mm-hmm.
better. And like keep it fun for yourself. Don't let people be prescriptive and like tell you the spy rules. Fuck that shit. Like if it's
Yeah.
fun for you and you're having a good time spying, everyone has their own style and strengths and weaknesses as a player. So like it's important to find the way that like works for you and that's fun for you. And
Yeah.
don't try to like just emulate and like follow rules because like
Mm-hmm.
everyone's a different player with different strengths and weaknesses. Like I wouldn't recommend that you play just like me because like you have much better aim than I do, you know, and like you have incredible game sense and like you have all these assets that I don't have. So like you probably should be playing in a slightly different way than I do, you know. Like
Bruh.
if I were to like if it was like get out and I were to like steal your you know like steal your mind or whatever and put you in the sunken place, I would be playing so much gun spy, you know.
Okay.
But like I'm not you, so
But
like
maybe just playing
it's
to your
important
strengths and kind of
play to your strengths,
figure
yeah,
out
and have a
what
good time.
resonates with you.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. Don't listen to rules and prescriptivist
Yeah, it does feel like
players.
Spy has maybe a lot more, uh, like combinations of like tools you can combine and like tailor your playstyle a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like on
totally.
some other classes, there's like maybe less synergies between loadouts. But this one, it seems like you can definitely mix and match to get your perfect Spy playstyle.
Right.
Okay.
And then let's see. 3. Try what? Uh, and yeah, I mean, I guess it's a cliche, but it really I do just notice a lot of spies neglecting their gun. So like just remember that you've got a lot of tools at your disposal, and like you don't do this at all, but like
Mhm.
the gun is a good.
I wish I had a gun here.
Yo, right.
Yeah.
God, we're playing medieval.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, I guess those are my top tips.
Nice.
Oh, and then there's just like tech, like I think we've already covered, like the disguise bug and
Mhm.
friendly disguises don't do voice lines. I had like a list of tech that I wanted to make sure you knew about. Oh yeah, you can't surf damage while you're disguised, so like,
Mhm.
you know, remember to like surf damage because that's important for getaways and getting cool surf stabs.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, and what's some other tech stuff? Yeah, I think that about covers it.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm not winning that, so I'll just run.
Not with that attitude.
If you have 5 HP, are you going for the Matador?
Oh, I mean, it depends. I read them, and like that heavy was moving kind of foolhardily, and I saw it. I saw it.
Bruh. Really? Okay. You can just tell if someone is baitable.
I size people up, and I decide whether I'm gonna go for the stab based on their movement, and like
Really? Okay.
yeah, there are certain people that are like strafing back and forth, and like kind of like just are really looking out for the trick stab, and there are other people that are just running straight at me in a straight line. I'm like, yup, you. I'm trick stabbing.
Oh my
you.
god, that one shots?
You know, you learn to like read people by their movement.
Yeah.
I got someone in my chat reminding me of a good tip. Decloak aggressively. We talked about this earlier. But
Yeah, I
like,
think we're already on the
that's
same
decloak's
page
really
with
good.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to do one like satisfying backstab. I think that's a lot of times what I'm going for on Spy is just like I feel frustrated until I can get just one moment where I'm like, okay, that was kind of cool, and
Yeah,
then it's like,
totally.
yeah, this is sort of worth playing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and get one in here, but then I'll probably requeue again.
Yeah, I don't really like this map that much. I prefer Groot Keep for my medieval fix.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm glad they added another melee only map, but like it just I prefer Groot Keep. Nice.
Oh, that's not it.
Oh, a little
Nice.
early. Yeah.
Too early, huh? Okay, let me ask you about
Yeah.
that. With the like, the backstabs, are you just have a sense for the timing, or do you actually watch for like the raised arm?
No, that's a good thing to cover. No, you shouldn't be waiting for the raised knife. The raised knife tells you that you could have gotten a backstab in the moment before.
So it's too
You wanna
late
be,
by
you
then.
want to be going off of feel and prediction. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
basically, it's good. I have it turned on. Just like you can turn it off or use a knife that doesn't have the raised knife, and just totally ignore it. But I like to know. Basically, if I see the raised knife, I know I fucked up or I was a little late.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I guess I always assumed it's like you're trying to react off that, but that seems like maybe it's usually too late then, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
Interesting.
you don't want to wait for it.
This seems like a decent platform to backstab people off of. Right up these trees. Someone I guess was asking about crouching when you go for the like stair stab or whatever.
Yeah.
Necessary?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, not necessary. You can like jump behind them and get it. But if you
Or
want to
like
do it
on top of their
efficiently-
head, then yeah.
Yeah, pretty much any time I'm in the air, I'm crouching because it makes you. You should. I mean, yeah, you know this, I'm sure. Like it makes you a smaller target.
Mm-hmm.
It's so like, but it also allows you to like get the stair stab on them. Yeah,
Okay.
land on their head. You can't stab someone on their head if you're not crouching. I
Right.
don't think.
Yeah, that makes sense. So maybe on that heavy earlier, if I was fully crouched, I might have gotten it. I don't know.
Oh, were you not holding crouch there?
I feel
Yeah,
like I
that-
probably wasn't.
That would do it. Yeah,
Okay.
that would do it.
All right, I'll go ahead and re-queue. The other day I was playing some Spy and just honestly, yeah, I was playing kind of just stock loadout. Do you ever just run stock?
No, I almost do. I run revolver, stock knife, and dead ringer a lot. I love that as a gun spy loadout.
Okay.
It's pretty powerful. It's
Yeah.
I used to run ambi, but now I'd say revolver is just a little more reliable. And sometimes I still run the ambi just because it's fun.
Okay.
But the thing about stock loadout
Mhm.
is like through revolver you gotta really you might do better with this loadout than I do because you have such amazing aim. Like the Tranger just is gonna always benefit you, but with stock, like a lot of the time you just, or at least I find myself not really using my gun, and it's just like, oh, that whole life I was running around with less cloak and less control over the situation, and I didn't justify it.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you run that loadout, you better be using your revolver and justifying the fact that you're not running the Tranger is my philosophy.
So Lateranger with Dead Ringer still good, huh?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, if I'm running Dead Ringer, I usually want more stopping power from my gun, so I rarely do it. But sometimes for shits and giggles, and just to get a lot of feigns,
Mm-hmm.
I'll run Lateranger. But like with the Dead Ringer, I'm mostly running Ambassador, Diamondback, Ambassador Revolver, Diamondback, never the Enforcer.
Okay.
Yeah, I like if I'm running the Dead Ringer, I'm using my gun more than if I'm running like the IW or the
Okay,
Cloak and Dagger.
gotcha.
But that's just me.
Okay. Is this a no-no? Like unusuals on Spy? Like,
It's not sneaky, but
Yeah.
like whatever.
okay, it's
Show
hard
off your
mode
bling.
maybe a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I figure you just want to draw as little like attention to yourself as
Yeah.
as possible, but like at the same time you were saying that you kind of want to make the other team obsess over you too. So it's like I could see it both ways. Be
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most obnoxious and visible person, but also
Right.
be. Does he test me? Oh, of course he does. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I do like this loadout. I'll be honest. Like just the
No, I can
stock, because having the gun that can like 3-shot someone, it's such a nice thing to fall back on.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, as long as you're justifying it, it's cool. I myself, I do a lot of stabbing, and will sometimes find myself just not really busting my gun out in real life, and I'm just like, oops, like should have been
Yeah.
running Lateranger.
I mean, yeah. If you're stabby, you gotta do some stabbing.
That's right.
Like those kills, that's perfect to me. It's like quick stab, quick shot, easy value.
Yeah, totally. And you survived that.
I
like,
know,
if you were-
somehow.
If you're running like kunai or something, you
Yeah,
might
you
beat
get
that.
one shot. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
That's true. Okay. So yeah, right now I'm kind of like the original loadout that I started with the big earner and then stock. Those are kind of the ones that I'm comfortable with, I would say, at the moment. But I would like to, yeah, expand my loadout options. I guess something I was just curious to ask you is like, I imagine you like have an A, B, C, D set up for all these scenarios.
Yeah, I do.
Kind
I
of what
do,
are
yeah.
your 4 like main loadouts, I guess?
Oh, good question. Well, I've used more than 4 loadouts, but like the ones I have in my preset are I have uh my it's Dead Ringer.
Okay.
I'm just
Yeah.
everything's Zap right now. I use the
Yeah.
red tape recorder.
Yep.
Dead Ringer, Stock Knife, Ambassador or Revolver.
Okay.
Right now it's Ambassador. B, it's Latranger, Kunai, IW, and that's the one that's like my bread and butter.
Okay.
Um,
Really? Okay.
yeah, and then C, I have the one we were using earlier, Diamondback, Eternal Reward, Dead Ringer, and
Okay.
D is my defensive loadout. That's actually I never thought about how D is for defense, but yes, it's
Makes sense.
Latranger, Kunai, and Cloak and Dagger, and that's what I love to run on just defensive.
Defense. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're being like really patient, I guess, with that one, and just like waiting.
Oh, I'm pretty aggressive, but it just lets me like I find heavily trafficked spots and like I just milk them, you know, like or key spots like I'm camping the cart, I'm camping the point, and I'm I'm playing the objective with it.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah, I think I kind of had like a rigid philosophy where I'm just like, I hate the cloak and dagger and I never use it, but I think that's not necessary. Like, I should be willing to use it in the right scenarios.
yeah, like on altitude earlier, like you could have not gotten caught by that heavy a couple times.
Yeah,
If you
absolutely.
had that approach,
Yeah,
you know?
that was
Like,
defense, so it makes sense.
I don't run out of cloak, like unless it's kind of on purpose or calculated. Like with Ranger, you just don't have to, you know. So if that's like that's why I almost always run the Ranger when I'm running IW or Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, I run the Ranger just because it gives me more mobility. Like you have less cloak range with the Cloak and Dagger, so like the Ranger kind of compensates for that.
Okay.
But that, again, that's just me. You know, like you use your gun like so proactively and so effectively that like I think Revolver makes a lot of sense for you.
Yeah, honestly, I'm starting to think the same. So,
Yeah.
you're basically like, I feel like you could be like the sorting hat for spies. You sort of like assess everyone's strengths and you tell them you were born to play this type of spy. Oh man.
That'd be
Okay.
a good gig.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. The spy personality test, that could be a thing.
Yeah.
So could I ask you a little bit about kind of spy and competitive, I guess?
Sure, it's been a long time, so like I'm sure the meta's moved on from what we were doing back in the day. But sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess a lot of people maybe don't even know that I think my first Highlander team was a team with you. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I remember you backing up for the Syndicate way
Yeah.
way back in the day. When do you have that championship medal?
Oh man,
I think you're on that roster.
that's what UGC. What season would that have been?
8.
Season eight.
Age
Were they even
23.
giving
It's
medals
an
for that?
attractive medal. Yeah, that one. The eye. Oh, they reused it.
I don't know which one it is.
The
2011.
the star in the upper left.
Oh, top left. Season 31. It was probably one of
Yeah.
these earlier ones.
It looks like
Season
that.
6.
Oh wow, yeah.
Uh,
Oh, you have the original one, season
I don't
3
know.
there.
I don't know why I have a silver medal.
I have some medals like that too that were just bugged, like
Okay.
I didn't from the wrong division.
Yeah, probably one of these would have been.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I can't. Well, season
Oh,
8
you
would
can't
look
read
like the ones in the upper left.
Oh,
Like
really?
those 2 star ones. Yeah, they looked like that one. So
Hmm.
if you weren't on, I guess you weren't on that team, but you were on other syndicate teams, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Interesting.
And we did Hateful Eight, where we got second place, but the team we were playing against, I was told by a viewer, I can't confirm this. They said that those guys were like revealed to be hackers. Like, who was it that beat us? But like, we got second place with the Hateful Eight, if I recall correctly. And I was a little disappointed we didn't get first. But
Yeah.
I feel
There's
like
been a lot of those like Highlander cheating scandals. Actually, it's kind of whack. Usually the snipers. From what I've seen.
Yeah. This person said they were all in on it, but I can't confirm. It's just some gossip I heard on my stream. But
Okay.
yeah.
Do you I don't know. You kind of stopped playing competitive. Kind of just didn't feel like something you wanted to participate in anymore.
Yeah, it got to be like really stressful for me. I was like
Mm-hmm.
with Murder Force 9000, the last team I really tried with, and I think you played on that team a little bit, which I really was thankful for because like we're constantly like needing a demo. Like our demos just kept quitting, and I think you stepped in at some point like to help
Oh,
with
yeah?
that. I can't. It's a long time ago.
Yeah,
But,
I feel like there's a.
I know you were helping in scrims like a lot because like we really needed ringers like all
Uh-huh.
the fucking time, and you were just stepping on in every class, like, and that was just so. It was I was usually captain, and I just found it so stressful, and like everyone's counting on you, and like,
Uh-huh.
and there was a lot of toxicity, and like I just wasn't having fun. I was just like stressing and working,
Yeah.
you know, and I didn't want video games to be that for me. So I just decided I wanted to just chill and play casual.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I've done ever since. And nothing against comp or comp players. I couldn't find a way to like
What are you doing
make the
here?
experience a positive thing for me anymore. And I got a lot out of it, and I had some really great times. But like I
Mhm.
just was really stressing out, and I didn't want to do that anymore.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Definitely can be competitive, especially if you were like trying to coordinate all the people and like find the ringers and get the team like.
Build a roster.
Playing well,
And,
yeah.
and team drama that you have to like be the mediator for, and like
Mm-hmm.
it was just a lot.
I
So-
see. You don't
And-
even
and,
like
like-
to play like lobbies or anything anymore?
No, that's just kind of I find it kind of weird, like being a content creator and like going into a little lobby and like I don't know, like it's
Oh, really?
just,
Okay.
I get a little self-conscious or something like. But maybe someday does is TF2 Center even still a thing, or where do people play?
I believe so. I mean, RGL has like a Highlander hug system. I see some games happening on there, but yeah, if it's not
Yeah,
your
maybe-
thing,
may-
it's no
I
pressure
mean,
for
I
me.
really did enjoy it. Like it's just, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was so long ago that since I last tried, maybe I could give it another shot at some point and just see what it's like. You know, like see if I can get in a different mindset this time.
Yeah.
Because I think that's mostly what it is. Like it's a mindset thing, you know. And I was just stuck in a toxic mindset where it was just kind of like,
Yeah.
it was stressing me out.
Yeah. That's fair. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I feel like a Highlander, there's actually like a lot of pressure on the spy as well, because
Yeah.
you have to like kind of.
Calm a lot.
Yeah, I calm a lot. I've played on teams where the spy is like the main caller because he's just
Right.
relaying information and tracking their Ubers and telling you where the sniper is and trying to kill their sniper. And it does feel like one of the most pivotal classes. I always played Highlander as just very much like a mercenary. Like, you know, you give me the call, you want me to play, I show up as demo and I just try to blow everyone up. And I don't have all that responsibility that you had.
Right.
But yeah, spies, it seems like a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's a stressful class, and like it's kind of all or nothing too. You know, you can like
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the calming is important. And, like you can consistently be useful to your team with calming, and that's probably why it's become even more important over the years.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like you can just always be a force if you're just a good calmer and like staying alive. But like, man, like just a lot of like getting called out and like fragged. You know, like you really gotta set it up right, and like it's unforgiving. So yeah, it's high pressure, and like I had a lot of matches where I did great and I felt really good about it. I had a lot of matches where it was just like, oh man, that was rough. You know?
Yeah.
And it's hard to build that consistency. Especially
Oh
not
my
like
God.
I've always felt my aim is just
What a horrible
one of
way
my
to end
main
it.
weaknesses as a spy, and it's
Really?
gun use is so important. And, yeah, well, just compared to like other top like people who at the time were like top level. Like Hay just like was just in Akuma, like
Mm-hmm.
their aim was just stunning to me. You know,
see.
like I worked really hard on my aim, and I feel like I did a pretty good job of like, you know, getting it as good as it's gonna be. But like I'm just not a natural. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
in my view, I just it's all practice. My
Interesting.
whatever aim skill I have, it's just from lots of practice.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have probably more practice. Honestly, do you think you've played more spy than anyone on Earth?
That I know of, yeah. Yeah,
That's
I've never met
crazy.
anyone that claimed to have more. But
That
I'm
is
at
crazy.
11.3 now. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you were doing like the 10,000 hour stream. I saw that, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess you've
appreciate you
left
coming out
that,
for
you left that one in the dust already onto 11, huh?
Yeah, it's been a big year. I've been playing really consistently. It's
Yeah,
been fun.
I saw that. I think I told you. I just admired your consistency because, especially after all this time, you know, it is hard to keep it going. But I guess you maybe have rekindled your love for Spy or the game? I don't know if you're willing to share kind of what your
Um,
journey has been with that.
yeah, well, I had some health problems and personal stuff that like kind of made me step back for a little while, a couple
That
times.
sucks. Yeah.
Um, but I've always loved it. It's just these days I think I'm just in a better place mentally with it. Like I'm more zen and like I don't care about winning or being good. I'm just really kind of enjoying the game and I'm just honestly like relishing like having accumulated what skill I have. You know, like I'm happy where I'm at and I'm happy with myself and like the
Yeah.
things I can do and like it's just I just enjoy the experience and instead of trying to like I don't know, I used to like rate myself, you know, like be grading myself and like
Mm-hmm.
trying to improve and like that was good for like I did improve because like doing demo reviews and like thinking about my weaknesses and things I can improve on and but these days I'm just chilling and it's really nice just to have a familiar activity I've been doing for over like almost 2 decades now we're both at you know and
Yeah.
it's just this comforting thing I can do and I just share the experience with my community and it's just nice you know and
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about it anymore I'm not like yeah, I'm not judging myself. I'm just enjoying myself, and that enables me to play more and I think play better. So I'm in a good place. I was
Oh,
almost sick, Danny. That was
I
really close.
know. But the
Oh, and I got
random
excited
crit
for a
uber
split
suck.
second there.
I know. I just want
Yeah.
to do one thing to make you proud, but I
And
can't pull it off.
I'm no, I'm proud of the attempt. That crit was some bullshit, Danny. You should give yourself some credit.
Yeah. Yeah. But as for what you're saying, like, yeah, I think I think that's good, and I think it's hard these days, honestly, to just be a chill player who just wants to, not put all that pressure on yourself. I mean, I struggle with that a lot myself as well. Uh,
Oh, do you really?
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's almost impossible for me to turn that side of me off right now in TF2. Like, I always
Like
want to
you've got like
win.
every act like you've won everything, man. like you have like you're like objectively just like I have like that one championship in like the Nations Cup that I think were you in the Nations Cup when we won that year? I don't remember.
Not
I have
even
like a
sure.
couple championships, but like how many championships have you won?
I
You
mean,
know?
if we're talking just like overall
Anything.
championships, I don't.
Just
I couldn't
you know
even tell you. It's too many. Too many.
right. So like but you still have that voice in your head that's like
Yeah.
you still have, like, judge yourself like
I,
that.
yeah, I don't know. It is hard for me to turn that off. I think for me, it's sort of just like part of kind of an identity of sorts, And I think that
Mm,
that
mm,
it would have to be kind of a decision that like I do think it would be all or nothing. It's like I feel like I would struggle to kind of half-ass it, like still be involved with like competitive stuff but not care about winning. It would be very difficult for me.
yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know, but
No, yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. So I was curious about that. Like your mindset nowadays, just have fun. You're not really like try harding as much. Like you'll try
I do
and
my
you'll
best.
do your best.
I
but
try. Yeah.
whether you win or
But
lose, it's not gonna affect.
it doesn't phase me. It's a casual match.
Yeah, I guess the stakes are a little lower, but
Yeah.
if you zoom out
Yeah.
far enough, the stakes are not that high.
Yeah. Well, and like, if I were to be competing again, I know that part of me would turn. That's part of why I don't go back to comp. It's like I
Oh,
know,
really?
because then people are counting on me, and then it's like explicitly competition, and like
Mm-hmm.
the winning means something, and like the other people care about it. There's just all these things that would probably turn that part of my brain back on, and I'd get back into like trying to, caring about winning and like and losing and like
Mm-hmm.
in performing and like being good and
Yeah.
I just would much rather chill these days. I'm an old man, I'm like I'm like I've been playing this for 18 years and I don't know, like I don't have it in me, I don't think to,
Gotcha. Yeah.
yeah.
That's.
But
It sounds like you're a very content and at peace with you know where the game fits into your life, though. That's good.
yeah, I'm grateful for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what map is this? Is Snowplow?
Frosty. I guess
Oh,
it's
Frosty. I don't have
some
this one on my
CTF. Yeah, I don't know.
What do you think of this one?
Uh, I've probably played it once in my life. I don't think I want to play it right now though, because there's a lot of scouts running around and I don't know the map. But I don't know. Should we maybe look to switch things around and you
Sure, we could do
play?
that.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't know. Is there anything else that you, I don't know, want me to try on Spy, or are we good to?
I would love to see you do one life with the Dead Ringer and a gun,
Okay.
because I just think you would
Let me try
be fantastic with that.
Ambassador, maybe. I don't know.
Sure, yeah. Ambassador stock, Dead Ringer maybe. That's my old go-to loadout
Ambassador.
before Jungle Inferno, but I still run it sometimes.
Ambassador stock. Deadringer. Okay.
Well, let's. I'm excited to see this. Thank you.
All right. Let's not get the expectations too high.
Okay. Sorry.
Let me get in the zone though.
Yeah.
Let me just
There
start
you go.
warming up.
Good start.
Yeah,
Nice
one kill.
headshot.
I know you use like a zoom in, right?
I used to. I stopped after they nerfed the range. Yeah.
Oh, really? You don't use it anymore?
No,
Just not
I
even worth
don't.
shooting at that range.
No, it's not a headshot anymore. So why bother? Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I feel bad for the spies. The ambassador is a cool weapon, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you understand the nerfs
Yes.
at all, or?
I saw where they're coming from. I did a whole video like
Oh,
and I
really?
basically said like I
Oh,
see where
shit,
you're
you
coming
said-
from. Well originally I don't know if you know this, like they were gonna make the ambassador less accurate. They're gonna like add random spread to every shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a video saying like please don't do that, please have range damage fall off instead.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was suggesting that, I thought that you'd still be able to headshot at any range. It would just be like a really small amount of damage, you know, but still be a headshot. So I was really disappointed when they kind of implemented the idea, but they just made it like only headshot at a certain range. That was really disappointing.
Right. Yeah.
I wish it would still headshot at any range. Just be like low damage.
Yeah. Gotcha. Am I misremembering this? Correct me if I'm wrong, but was also one of your ideas about rebalance the Razorback change that they ended up making? Is that
No, that wasn't me. No, I had ideas for the ambassador, and I for the Dead Ringer, I basically said I said the eternal reward's pretty much.
This guy's
fine.
laughing. He's laughing. Who's laughing now?
Get him! Yes. That's one of the
That's
most satisfying moments as a spy right there. Oh, sweet, sweet.
I
See,
like
I
it.
knew that. I'm loving the loadout so far.
Yeah, that's fun.
This is all right. No, I didn't.
Oh my
The
God.
Razorback. I just wish it wouldn't block back steps anymore. I wish it would do anything else.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it's just so annoying. Like
Yeah.
because the sniper can be on the cart with like 5 other people and you can't stab any of them because like the Razorback's there, you know. Or it'll just be blocking my path. Like I'll ignore the sniper, but he'll just get in my way, and like you can shoot him, but like it's when there's a sentry there, it's not that easy, you know. Like when they're surrounded by teammates, they'll just move erratically and like not even, just wait for the teammates to take care of you. It's just really hard to like. I feel like part of your duty as a spy is to like keep the snipers in check, and it's really hard when they have a Razorback in certain situations. Nice.
Dude, I'll be honest. I don't normally hit these shots, but I feel like it's clicking right now.
Yeah, man.
I don't normally think of myself as an
you're-
ambassador player.
Well, maybe start because
Yeah, maybe.
Shots.
Yeah, I'm actually pleasantly surprised, but
Nice.
I can definitely say that now I've reached that point of satisfaction. I feel like I had like a decent moment there, so I'll be happy to trade spots now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll start queuing.
Cool. Time for me to play some scout here. So I'll just queue up any scout map. We'll see what we get. Hopefully not Dust Bowl. Brew. Okay, this is not bad. This is not bad.
Oh, I like Brew. Yeah, Brew's great.
Okay. What are we getting into? Setup time. Perfect. Defense. Perfect. All right. I'm happy with this. So, yeah, a lot of what I'm going to be looking for is kind of just looking for my openings, looking for isolated kills. I have not warmed up maybe as much as I should have my aim after being here for a few hours, but hopefully I'll be able to lock in. So, always operating off information. So, honestly, I'll run literally to their spawn and just see what they got, like, just to get some information. I see pyros. A lot of pyros. A lot of pyros, some snipers. I hear a scout. I hear a soldier. So, okay, they got a diverse amount of classes. Not sure if I saw any medics, but I'm going to start out, like, up on height. This is pretty safe. And I'm just going to kind of see how the fight unfolds. You know, just send in some chip shots. That guy's shooting at me. Now a lot of them are coming, so I'm not looking to fight that alone. I don't even know where my teammates are. I probably want to find out about that, but like, yeah, that's too many people. I don't want to. Still too many people.
So
Okay,
you're
there's
like you're chipping as you're going away.
Yeah, yeah. I'm comfy at this range. Like I can live there forever. You know, I'm not in there taking a ton of damage, but yeah, I want to participate, but I don't want to overcommit. Yeah. Hey, I am back. My bad about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I
Great.
was
All right.
in the middle of talking, so I don't know what you heard or didn't, but
Like it basically cut out like when you started. I'm sorry.
really? Oh, was that bad?
I've got you now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, no problem. Let me see we can just get back into it. But basically a lot of what I'm trying to do is well, for one on this map, maintain positioning when I'm fighting people. So like if I can be on the roof, I will stay there. Or like if I'm fighting this Demo Knight, I'm never getting in his melee range. It's the only way he can, you know, get the chance of killing me. So Scout can just fight at that range all he wants. If I weave in that meat shot, you know, then I might commit to the fight, but otherwise I'll be happy to run away. A big thing that, yeah, I'm looking for is isolated targets, and you know, if there's any sentries, I'm trying to avoid them. Like when I first joined the server, there was like a sentry on the roof, and I just immediately ran from that. So yeah, being opportunistic. I guess on a map like this, I would not expect to get a lot of heals from a med. So I'm trying to be very like self-sufficient as well. And that's, it just, yeah, it becomes necessary when there's so few health packs and so many random like sources of damage you might be taking. So it's getting down to that 10-second mark. They're going to start charging to the point probably. So I'm kind of like acting like a little bit of a bouncer out here, trying to just engage them in the fights here so they can't make it to the point. On that one, it's like there's 3 people in that shed, but that sniper's alone. So I'm willing to change targets kind of at any moment to go for the more important one. I don't want to be in that sniper sight line, but I have to block this point, so I kind of have no choice but to run in here. Oh, too much melee.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah. Normally I
Yeah,
would
no,
not commit to that for sure, but yeah.
I see what you're talking about with the sweet spot range, like keeping, yeah.
It looks like a lot of them are Demo Knights, so I'm going to thrive a lot in this game just being on height because the Demo Knights won't be able to reach me, basically. But I saw they had that sniper, and he was on that shed, so a lot of times I want to kill snipers, so I'm already looking for this like flank route right at the beginning of the round. I don't know who might also be going through this hallway, so, you know, turning corners wide and just pre-aiming their corners with your crosshair. That guy shouldn't be there, so definitely a spy. I don't care about that soldier because I saw that sniper. I don't care about that guy. Okay, there's a whole lot of them there. That's probably not going to be winnable for me. But if I just double check what's going on, I can do it. This guy's alone. Okay, that sniper's there. Yeah. And so like you can see a lot of my movements is definitely like this very like twitchy rotating around stuff because I don't want to commit to a fight if there's an unaccounted threat. Like they're getting a lot of spawners here. I don't know the full lay of the land, so I'm not diving in there alone. That's kind of just what it is. Like I play it safe until I have like a very, I mean, it's the same thing you said. You want to make like good bets, right? So if I can get all the information, I can go for it. I mean, these guys are just unbuffed, so it's like I'm just mowing through them. But
Eating them up,
yeah, but if I didn't get those kills, I would just keep running. I'm not going to sit there and like fight them when I'm in like those corridors. It's not super reliable.
Right.
So like I shoot that one shot at that guy, and before I commit to fighting him, I just want to look around. Yeah.
Yeah, I notice you're scanning more than I do. Like a lot
It
more.
helps a lot.
Yeah, I do that more with Spy because I have a higher sensitivity.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I do think that informs my playstyle a lot. I use like a 6.4-inch 360, so
okay, yeah.
it's fairly quick, you know. But yeah. So in there, I saw a soldier, and this is kind of like an off-limits area if there's a soldier in there, because there's nowhere to dodge, and those rockets are just gonna destroy you. So I won't even like risk it unless I was myself being like tanked by a medic. It's just not a favorable fight, basically. So there are certain areas of the map that sometimes you just have to accept are kind of off limits as a scout if the other team decides to, you know, put a sentry somewhere or a soldier in a corridor or, you know, a sniper who can just one-shot body shot you. I'm really trying to like thread the needle away from all of those dangers and trying to just So like here I'm fighting this guy, but I know there's a sniper there, so I'm not peeking into the open, you know, stuff like that. Just trying to account for all the threats while I still try and take favorable fights. So right now I think the sniper is dead. Oh, and just get hit by a fucking spam rocket. It happens.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. You really just mowed through them earlier, though.
Yeah, that was not what I expected to happen, but if it happens, I'm happy. It's like, yeah, right now I'm not sure about what fights are worth taking. I don't know where all their players are. So this is kind of like just how I might hold a spot, is just sit on a little perch. Could just be a little crate, could be a pumpkin, whatever, and just double jumping on and off. And this is gonna like,
Wow.
it's gonna make them have to approach me in a way that they might not feel super like, it won't be advantageous for them because I'm gonna have this height and I'm gonna be midair, so they're gonna have to hit a pretty good shot at me. Like their splash is not gonna be great, etc.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just hold
Oh, that's-
positions
that's-
like that all the time, just
That's
jumping
crazy.
on and off, on and off.
That's something I never would think to do. That's
Yeah, especially if you own like the point or your team is holding an area. Like this is a great defensive sort of way to play, where you don't feel like you're just sitting here, but you are in a way kind of just holding one spot. You know,
Right. Wow.
but you're still
okay.
like quite dangerous.
Yeah. Obviously. Yeah. Evidently. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I would love to get healed by a medic, but we work with what we've got. See, that guy, that's not really a good fight for me. That guy could randomly kill me, but I feel like usually you can bait out like their charge, so that's a lot of what I'll go for there.
Hmm.
Like those soldiers, once they hit me, it's like, okay, I'm 80 HP. I don't want to keep pushing you. I'll go grab a pack, and I'll come back once I'm full, and I have better positioning. Get this health pack. I'm just looking for what's the right fight to take.
Right.
Then isolate this fight with a little bit of cover right here, and then I can come back
yeah.
into position basically. I want that sentry to go down. I think my spy will sap it. And then, okay. Their whole team is dead right now, so I'm pretty confident to like take a fight here. This guy doesn't see me, but I'll still approach from like even just a little bit of high ground while I'm approaching. Jumping up here, it helps.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on fire. I don't want to run too much in a straight line without checking my back there, but yep, back to spawn. And looks like we're about to win this round, so the other team's going to start getting desperate. That's when I might look for more of a flank route, because if the other team is playing logically, they will move to the point. You can't always rely on that in a pub, but you know.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to spend some of their resources to like get the cap, you know? So I can also come in after they've like fought for the point, and I can get the weak players for the cleanup. Oh, didn't have the 1v1 there.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I'm still, my mind's still blown by you just like how much work you did just on that little pumpkin back there, like holding that
Yeah,
spot. Like
honestly.
I'm always moving around as this guy. And I never would think to like just, hold down a spot like that. That's so brilliant.
Yeah, it's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, you know, positioning advantage. If you can make them fight you when you have good positioning, it's always going to be good, so.
Right.
It's something you should have built. A not dying machine.
Mission ends in 10 seconds.
Slow that up, Cyclops.
3, 2,
Let this guy fight someone else. Shoot him in the back. This guy's shooting me. He's not defending the point. And then he gets distracted a little. Then I go in for the shot. So even just like a small window like that, you want to
Yeah.
wait for it. If they're staring at you, you wait. The moment they turn, boom, you pounce, basically.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Let me try and requeue. Maybe look for some payload, hopefully.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
competition begins in 10.
There it is, Borneo. Okay, cool. Borneo offense, pushing their last. Hold on. Okay. So I already can see they've got some high tier casual ranks in here, so it might be a somewhat stacked game, but this guy's bouncing around with crits, so that tells me there's a sentry there, but maybe it just got destroyed if he has revenge crits. So I can outrange this. Pistol is actually underrated for destroying sentries. The NG is not there. You can melt them. So all of them are stacked over here, so I'm looking for this route behind. These guys don't see me. I hear flames. That guy has a weird blue loadout. Another pyre. Oh, there's a sentry on last already. Oh, I guess we are pushing their last, but when they had control of this area, I figured they were holding out here, but okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's gonna limit my options a lot. So I'm already thinking, okay, well, basically the right side is completely off limits now because that level 3 is there. So I'm gonna have to work around that. But if I can notice the moment the sentry goes down, then I want to take advantage of that as much as possible. Okay. Yeah, this is tough. They have a sniper just posted up. I kind of want to, yeah, reset the cart a little, use this as cover maybe. If I can chip shot the sniper as I'm approaching, that can be good. If I try to cross there, that demo man has like 100 damage shot on me potentially, so I don't want to go for that. It's not worth the risk, basically. This guy's bombing at me, but I can just reset to a comfortable range for me. And how is he ever going to win this fight now? He has to leave. So, medic is here. Hard to get tanked in a pub sometimes, so... oh, damn it. A little uncomfortable out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other team has a pretty solid, like, defense. So maybe I'll try a bonk situation now. So my B loadout is bonk. So this is where I might swap to this. And my goal with this is going to be, like, make them chase me so that they give up some space. Also, if you bonk with the atomizer, you still can get your triple jump, right? So, like, you would come in here and just, like, triple jump up in here or whatever. I don't know. Oh, my God. I kind of beefed it up, but, yeah, that's a... Whenever you bonk, you will switch back to whatever your last held item is, basically. So if you want to be ready to fight the instant that you stop your bonk, you go from scattergun to bonk. But if you want to go for like a weird little route, you go atomizer to bonk, basically.
Gotcha.
Yep. I have a couple spies here. I actually find scout is like a great spy hunter.
It's I fear scout more than I do a pyro. A spy, like in a lot of situations. Like if someone's really determined to get me, like, because like you have, well, I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
It's just there are a lot of tools you have to deal with a pyro as a spy. Like they're pretty easy to hit with your gun, pretty easy to trick stab, but scout, like, just there's not a lot you can do against a good scout. You know, like they're gonna win the gunfight. Oh wow, nice. I didn't know about that lamp. That's cool.
Yeah. Basically, I know that a lot of them are hunting me, so I'm trying to, like, while I fight someone, I'm trying to be in a weird position so I don't get insta-gibbed. That's kind of what I'm thinking there. But now that I have my bonk back, I can be a little bit more comfortable here. I have height on this guy. Okay, yeah. But yeah, if I'm yeah, I feel the same way. I actually feel like if the other scout, if I'm on spy and the scouts are hunting me, I actually find, like, I feel even less room than, like, if a pyro is hunting me.
Yeah, you just have more tools to deal with a pyro, I feel.
Right now, now that I'm at their spawn, I'm gonna pay attention to their spawn timings, just see who's spawning. I hear a door opening. There's this guy, but I didn't maintain my positioning well enough on that fight to, like, stay. Oh, I'm dead. Close. But they spawned a scout who can always chase you down, so sometimes if a scout is on you, you don't have the chance to, like, disengage. Sometimes you have to, like, stay and fight that. So that would be the one class where you got to be a little bit more willing to stand and fight because you're not going to be able to escape, basically. Yeah, but all this shit, like, if I wasn't bonking, I would never get past it, so it's nice. And I find bonk 1v1s amusing, where you just, like, spawn camp. Hey, surprise!
Right.
Oh, he's 10 health. Ah! Got him. Trying to just break sightlines.
Wow.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Okay, he fired his shot. Maybe he'll miss. But yeah.
Yes.
But now he might have a charge shot, so I don't want to risk. Okay, now this guy's here. So, okay. This pack will respawn, though, because the bonk is decently long. I should have time for this health pack. This guy wants to 1v1 me, but Oh, he dropped off high ground. That guy's. Sometimes people just make weird decisions.
Yep. Yep. That was great though.
Yeah.
I love how he aims the sniper there.
Yeah. Even in that moment where there's like two of them looking at me, I'm trying to see if there's any way I can like isolate a 1v1 in a way by like obscuring one of their guys' visions basically towards me.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But okay. Well, I can do a little bit more on the defense, I guess.
Sure. Sure.
I'm gonna switch off of bonk now just because it might be less necessary. But I'd be happy to bring it back, particularly once they start capping like more points and I have more of that backfield to work with.
Right.
Yeah.
Begins in 60 seconds.
How do you feel about Borneo? I really like this map a lot.
Yeah, I like it as well. Actually, I think it's definitely in my like top tier maps.
Yeah, me too. I play tested it way back in the day because.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Valen was a teammate, so. He
Yeah.
was on the syndicate. So.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. I've always found it like really fascinating that it's like one of the few maps where there's like a competitive player who's credited as a designer,
In 30 seconds.
Right.
and I think that it does show through pretty well. I don't know what his extent of like input was, but it was
Yeah, I don't
pretty good.
either. But he was involved and got me into the playtest and gave some spy input. I don't remember what I
Nice.
said. But yeah.
Oh, you know, that does remind me. I know you mentioned it before, but I still need to get you a look at my maps to see what the spy analysis
yeah.
is. Yeah,
I would love to. I would love to. Yeah.
yeah.
That'd be
Do that
fun.
someday. Yeah, in the future, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so here I see that sniper at the spawn door. Snipers are just such a danger, so you might not think that you have to respect them as scout, but you kind of do because you're still one-shottable. So the spawn door is like their main place where they're gonna sit, so you're gonna want to avoid that. These guys, okay, they wanted to Uber. If they were gonna go for the crits, I would want to like get in there and disrupt that, but it's just an Uber. Oh, I'm being healed now. Okay, and we're critsing. Okay, this guy is going for me instead of going for like the sentry or whatever, so that was not what I expected to happen.
Yeah.
I guess
really
our
make
sentry's
more
in a
sense.
weird spot. Okay, this is rough. I thought we might have a bit more of a base like to fall back on, but we don't.
Mm.
So, well, at least I'm getting some heals. This medic is being generous. But this guy, like, there's almost no way he can kill me unless he gets a crit rocket, basically. Oh my god. Ah! Ah!
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that got a little messy, but I can tell that their combo is like very aggro with their demo. So that's probably going to be my main obstacle this game, honestly. This guy I'm just outranging. I know he wants the pack. Okay, he killed himself. So here's the flank route, you know? If I can get through here and
Right.
that guy's denying me, okay, I look for another opening. Maybe I can get through here. A little bit of damage. Okay, I took some. I'm probably going to die. And I'm dead. But maybe I distract. If you're dead to rights, you basically should stand and fight for sure, but you have the out, you should take it, basically.
Mm.
It's tough. Okay, there's a spy over here. I might want to look for this guy for a sec. No. Where's that medic? There he is. He's popping a crit, so I can probably follow this. Older disguise, didn't expect that. This
Yeah,
guy's like shoulder over here. Just trying to approach that from like, you know, that little route going onto the high ground there. Just weave that in. Makes it less likely that I'll get hit. Or like when I'm looking for him, I'll jump around the corner with this so that I'm just not on the low ground. Okay. So I'm looking for this flank. I hear a sniper, so a sniper is usually going to be an easy kill for me. I wait for him to scope in. 2-shot. Try to run behind. Trying to look to see if anyone's chasing me. They just spawned that soldier again, so I can look for him.
Hey, we gotta stop
He does not want to fight.
Oh no.
Okay. Yeah.
Begging for mercy.
Yeah, but I do not give mercy.
No, sir. No, me neither.
Yeah. So now I love this. This is my favorite thing to do in TF2 actually in pubs is go behind and like make people fight me or kind of bait them into chasing me essentially. And like, okay, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a
If I
little
can, I don't know. I actually find it to be like a great way to practice, to be honest, because when there's a lot of people chasing you, you kind of have to think a lot on the fly, how you can
Right.
outmaneuver them and how you can, just find your little pathway to victory. A high
Yeah, I
pressure
love
scenario,
threading
basically.
that needle.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Here again, always trying to approach from the height. Okay, the heavy's down. I might try to sneak in here. This guy doesn't see me. There's a sentry, so don't commit completely. But I can probably get through to their spawn because the sentry will not be covering it. I know this demo sees me, so I can get through here. Oh, I hear rocket jumps. So, a lot of rockets. I'm trying to find a route that's not going to be in their vision, so I can get to this health pack. If I would have gone through the inner corridors, there's a chance they can still splash me. So I kind of had to like
Right.
push forward in a way there for a second, just to like get a route that breaks sight lines. I know there's a sniper kind of looking for me, so I'm just gonna like peek this as I come through. Okay. And those soldiers could be lurking, so rather than just charging up that step, I'm gonna like take the wide angle just so I can scout it out from a safe angle. I don't want to get surprised in like a dangerous 1v1 that could just result in me getting one shot, basically. They just got spawned, so I don't want to get close. That guy's gonna chase me. Maybe. I knew there was a sentry here earlier, so if it's not here now, okay. That guy looks like kind of a noob, so... But if he two rockets me! Okay, I'm gonna live. I don't... Oh, he went down here again with his...
Oh,
spook.
begging again.
Yeah. Okay, so that was a scout, I think, trying to chase me. So I want to see if I can get some health before I fight a 1v1. Sniper there, I don't want to give him the random headshot. Just drop off that sight line just in case. Scout spawn, he might hunt me, so I'm just preparing for that. NG, I hear a decloak. I don't know if that's an enemy spy. We're about to lose, so... You know? Does he know? Okay. If he's just gonna hide... Nope, too many spawns. And they win. So, even though I'm trying to do my own thing, if my team loses at the base, what can you do? What can you do?
Yeah. No, you were doing a lot though.
But I find it more fun kind of to just go for that kind of stuff and just
Totally.
trust my team than kind of being the part of the just static defense, I guess. And somehow, I still kind of top fragged and top damaged, but whatever.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always tend to like, yeah, man, like that was expanding my mind. Like that was cool to watch. Your movement and just, 'cause I love my favorite moment was you got up on that lamp, man. That was so cool.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
think-
know about that.
Yeah, Borneo has a bunch of those. And it is one of the quirks that I like about, oh man, Dust Bowl. I don't know. But I'm glad that I was able to kind of give you a glimpse of it at least, even if it wasn't perfect gameplay.
No, it was pretty damn close to it as far as I'm concerned. So thank you. That was great to watch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very satisfied with everything we've gone over. So I would be happy to kind of wrap it up here and call this a massive win.
Yeah, man, what a great time. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thank you as well.
I feel like I learned so much, and it just had it's nice
Mhm.
nice to hang out with you for a bit, man. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Maybe we needed to do it sooner, but I'm glad we made it happen.
Yeah.
And I hope to keep seeing you around, and we'll stay in touch. Hopefully, maybe
Yeah,
we can do something like this in the future after I've had a chance to practice some of that stuff. Do it again.
I'd love that. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Cool. Awesome. And of course, I think people do know that there's another layer of the collaboration coming in the future in the form of some music. So
Yeah,
I know
I'm
you're
excited.
waiting patiently for me to, present something to you, but you,
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Just
yeah.
when you get it, you'll know.
yeah.
and
So
I'll be ready.
people can look forward to seeing some of our creative, energy poured into something outside of TF2.
Yeah,
That should be cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Awesome. Well then, yeah, thank you again. Hope you have a great night, and I'm definitely gonna go back and review a lot of the tips you gave me because I think it's gonna take me multiple watches, but hopefully some of it will stick.
Me too. Yeah, I'll definitely have the VOD of this up on my channel, and I'll try to make a highlight. So because I was streaming a little bit before, so I'll try to chop it up and excise the part that's me just practicing on Scout in the beginning, and have a nice highlight for you and everyone to watch.
Awesome. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you. I hope you have a great night, and see you later.
Back at you, Banny. Thank you very much. Good night.
Peace. All right. Nice. Well, that was fun. That was good. I'm still trying to reassemble my brain after all the Stabby spy information basically crushed everything I once thought I knew. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. I definitely did. I've had a lot of respect for Stabby for a long time, and as you probably caught during all that, you know, I see him in some ways as, you know, a kindred spirit, since we're TF2 OGs and we used to play on teams together, and out here still trying to play the game day in, day out, do the content creation stuff. So yeah. And you guys hopefully can look forward to some of the future crossovers with the music and stuff as well. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that crossover with Stabby Stabby. Huge shout out to him for doing this with me. Be sure to go over to his channels on his YouTube and his Twitch to see more of his spy gameplay, and I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two from a master of the class. Also, I want to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters here, especially Elian and Blindsfell. Thanks for supporting the content. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.